Well, let's shed some light on the situation. And hey, everybody, it's Dan here with
Steven.
That guy, that's right, and
Phil Castellano.
Hey!
Yeah. Joining us for the first time, he's a newish member to John and the Band Geeks, John Anderson, that is, and the Band Geeks, and the Band Geeks. Just love that name, by the way. I was a band geek for a while.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, band geek is like a slang for someone in school band, basically. Not necessarily someone in a band. Like Led Zeppelin were not exactly band geeks. But if you're in marching band, concert band, orchestra like I was, you're a band geek. So it's a great name. Thanks for joining us, Phil, all the way from Staten Island. And you mentioned you're Rich's neighbor. Let's start with that. Seriously.
Yeah,
Spill the beans. How is he as a neighbor?
You know, we hang out all the time. You know, it's the best. It's like me and him are bros, basically. That's it. You know.
But how is he as a neighbor?
You know what? It's probably he's fine. He's fine.
So there's no like throwing empty beer cans over the fence into your yard or ding.
No, absolutely not. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Man, you gotta fire some of that stuff up on him then. He won't expect it. Well, unless he's watching. All right. Yeah, kick it off, Steve.
Right. Yeah, so Phil, of course, is one of the keyboardists for John Anderson and the Band Geeks, or Richie's cousin. You've been in the Band Geeks orbit for a while, you know, including the podcast and whatnot. And when the Band Geeks started working with John Anderson, they had Chris Clark and Robert Kipp on keyboards, and they released True and Live Perpetual Change. And you joined the touring lineup a year ago, picking up from Robert. So can you walk us through that whole transition and all that background?
The background there, I don't really know too much about what happened on that end. It was just Richie called, asked me to do what he wanted me to do, and of course I would say yes. Because I was an original member of the Band Geeks, and those first videos, I was there. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah,
if Richie, whatever Richie needs, it's like that's it. You know, I'm there. I'm game.
That's cool. So, and how did he just call you and say, "Hey, there's an opening," or how did the call go?
No, it's like it's basically just like, you know, do this. Not like do this, but it's kind of like do this. It's like sure, I'll do it. It's fine. You know.
How familiar were you with the Yes? Well, had you heard of Yes?
Well, my dad is kind of like the Kickstarter for the whole them being like Richie. Like my dad kind of like introduced like, you know, those like Richie to Yes. So it's like I grew up with that music as well. You know. Okay. So it's like around my dad and Richie. It's like I was just in that stuff like forever. So
you were familiar with the music. Was
Absolutely.
there anything particularly challenging to learn, even though maybe you knew it, but
yeah,
teaching
100%.
your fingers, like what was up with that?
Well, it was what we did with that is basically like I was 100, like all the tunes that they did. I like know all of those tunes, like as like I've heard them, I know them, I can sing the lyrics to you know, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, it was like we need to. So a lot of the stuff I play is a lot of things that John requests, like on top. Whoops. You know.
Sorry.
So,
hit the wrong
so
button.
it was a lot of me and Richie would like spend like a bunch of nights just like building sounds that we might want to like layer into everything, you know, like John wants like an orchestral thing here that might not have been there originally, but if John wants it, we make it happen because that's what we do.
Right. Yeah. Sounds like it was a fun journey.
It was.
I would love to be in a band playing that music. I live in a very small community. And there's just not there's some really good musicians here, but not everyone's into something else. You know what I mean? It's not like I know 15 guys that I can get 4 others to play in a Yes band with me, you know, a tribute or cover band or whatever. So it's great to see, you know, that kind of talent out there, what you guys have been doing and everything. And there's some great tribute bands too. And it's a wonderful music to play. So yeah, really cool. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Is there any piece that's been your favorite to play in these concerts?
You know what? I've been thoroughly enjoying some of the new stuff. Like playing Once Upon a Dream was cool as hell. You know what I mean? Like that's a cool tune to play live. That's really like, and it's like the tune like on the record is like monstrous. You know what I mean? Like a lot of cool parts, a lot of pretty parts. Like you don't think about being pretty as being like important, but it's usually important. Like being pretty and being a good tune is highly important. And there's a bunch of sections in that tune that are just like really gorgeous parts, you know?
That's
So
cool.
I enjoy playing that tune a lot.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's my favorite track on True.
It's a good one.
And seeing you guys play it in Anaheim last year, it was just such an amazing treat. Like it just really did justice bringing the track to life in the live setting.
Yeah, when the album came out, I told Steve I thought that was like John's new awaken,
Yeah,
if you will.
That 100%.
Yeah, and that, and I'm totally blanking out. What's the third track on the album?
Counties and Countries.
Counties is fun to play.
Yeah, I love that song. If my CD had grooves, it would. And yes, we still use CDs, folks. It would be worn out. Like I play that song over and over. I just love that song. It's so good. And at 81, it's just amazing what this guy is doing.
Yeah,
still.
really
It's
great.
incredible. Yeah. So you guys are getting ready. You know, you're going on tour, the East Coast in a few weeks, and then in the summer you go out and you loop. Go out west, and then you loop back to New York. And recently it was announced that there's a second U.S. leg.
Yeah.
And then in September, October, you guys go to the UK and Sweden for the first time. How's
that's
finally
gonna be
get that
amazing
schedule?
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. I've never played in the UK before. I'm looking very much forward to it. It's gonna be a very fun time.
Cool. And Sweden, had you ever been there?
I've been to all of those countries that we're going to. I've never played there in any of them. So I'm looking.
Cool.
It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be an experience.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, there have been a lot of fans in the UK who've been asking for a while, oh, when are John and the Band Geeks gonna come here? And now it's finally happening. So it's must feel like a dream come true that's finally gonna happen, and they'll get to experience that amazing event.
I can't wait to see what the crowd's gonna be like there. I can't wait to hear that and feel that.
I bet the reception is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be on a lot of all over radio doing interviews and stuff. I would think, sort of the coming home. It's going to be epic. It's going to be great.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last year, Matt Beck subbed for Andy Graziano on guitar for some of the tour dates. And we've seen both of them on recent graphics for this year's tours. So are you guys having Andy play on certain dates and Matt play on other dates?
Yeah, I believe Matt's coming back for a handful of dates. I'm not 100% sure on which ones, but I know he'll be at some point he'll be joining the fray,
And will Andy also still be playing?
I don't believe so. I believe they're going to be like a back and forth situation, or some dates Andy can't do that Matt has to do. But I'm not 100% sure on those logistics yet.
Okay. Cool. And then it was also announced a few months back that there's another John Anderson and the Band Geeks album later this year. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear what that must sound like. Are you involved in that album?
Yeah. I was with Richie doing my guitar tracking yesterday. Having a
wow.
Had a last couple of days. That's what me and him have been doing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you give us any hints about it?
Oh, I don't want to disclose too much, but it sounds pretty great so far. It sounds really great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? Tell us some of the gear you're using. How about that? Let's geek out on gear a little bit.
I have my montage, my 61 key montage, which is like, I only have one keyboard, but it can do everything.
Oh, wow.
So my montage, I have my organ in there. I have my orchestral stuff. I have my pianos. It can, whatever I need, whatever sound, it has it. And the way I do it, the way I work is, if we're playing, doesn't matter what we're playing. Whatever we're playing, my sounds are in order. So it's basically, I have a foot pedal that when I click on it, my sound goes to the next one. So it literally, I have under my feet, I have like 4 or 5 pedals. I have like my sustain, my volume pedal, my expression pedal. I have my foot switch for my effects changes. I guess it's only 4 pedals. And then we start, let's say if I need horns on the first section, pedal, piano, pedal, organ, back to the first sound. And it just cycles through the entire thing.
Wow.
So I have that going, and then my guitars, I'm using a Yamaha 12-string. And then guitars, I might be changing it up this year. Last year I used I used my like have like a pink Les Paul standard, I might be using something different this year for that. But it depends, because bringing it to Europe, I might want to travel a little lighter with my guitars. So
Yeah, cool. I've never seen a pink Les Paul. I'll have to look
yeah,
that
it's
up.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah, and some of the fans have wondered about like the estimated time of release. I don't know if you're able to disclose any of that. Again, it's like whatever you're allowed to, whatever you're comfortable.
Yeah,
with.
it's just that like we're still. I know we're still tracking right now. So, and there's like there's a bunch of that kind of stuff going on, but I I'm sure over the next couple of weeks we'll hear more information about it. It's like even myself, so that's
Yeah,
Cool.
it'll trickle out when the time.
Yeah,
is right.
I don't want to say too much about it, because it's like it's a little baby right now. It's a little baby, taking care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can say anything about what I'm going to ask next, I want to warn some people that if you don't like to hear this kind of stuff ahead of time, it could be a spoiler alert. But can you say anything about the set list? Will there be some of the new tracks? Will there be some things from True that maybe some people didn't hear the first time? Like when Steve and I first saw them, the album wasn't out yet, and they played, I think, 3 songs, and then they played either Counties and Countries or Once Upon a Dream during the intermission.
And
And
it was
Steve
Counties and Countries, the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve was like, "What the are all these people talking?" And it did seem awkward that they're playing a new song. Well, everyone just shut up and listen. But the first half was such an amazing performance. How could you not just go to the person you're with? Oh my God, that was so. And so there was all this chatter, and we're trying to listen to this song. But what can you shed light on if you can about the song?
I can say that there might be a treat or two.
Oh,
there might be a treat or two. There's a couple of things that are happening with the
so
set
like
list.
All Good People 3 times.
I don't know. Like once at the beginning and then again at the end.
So
Right.
that's it. I can't imagine what that is. So eager to see. And I haven't seen the touring schedule. I have to see if you're coming, where you're coming out west. I don't know if you're going to be in Arizona. We also have family in Las Vegas. Steve's in.
No,
Southern
yeah,
California.
they are
I
going
think
to
we're in Phoenix,
Arizona.
right? I think we're in Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Maybe same place. The Celebrity.
Yeah, Celebrity.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great venue. It's a great venue. That's where we saw them last time. Yeah. Have you played there before? Have you been there?
You know what? Because all of my touring with Blue Oyster Cult, because I've been so many places. It's like I probably have been there.
Yeah, it's a small in the round theater.
Yeah,
It's not always used as a turning in the round, but it's a round stage that's not that high either. Like if I'm sitting in the front row, the height of the stage is about up to here on me, and I'm not tall. So it's a short stage, so the band is like right there. It's very intimate.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a neat place. The sound is amazing. I saw Steve Hackett there a few months ago, and it was just amazing. The sound was incredible. When they did Los Endos, and that big build up at the end was just monstrous. It was like every person plus everyone in the front row had bass pedals. It felt like it was amazing. So you'll love playing this music there for sure.
I'm excited to go there. I'm looking at it right now. It's June 23rd. That one. That's gonna be
June 23rd. Okay,
coming up.
Good. I'll be there. Yeah, Steve, maybe I'll come out and see them again with me there.
Yeah, we'll have to see how our schedules are that week. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I do see in the comments, possibly someone familiar here. It's Andy Graziano saying, "Sup, homies," and he says, "Phil has stepped in and killed it. Plus, he's the coolest dude in the band, so that helps."
That's
quite
great.
High praise there.
I like to keep it real with my homies.
Cool.
Yeah. So what's it on that note? What's it like working with each of the guys in the band?
Okay, well, first of all, like Richie, Andy Graziano, and Andy Ascalise, I've known them for basically my entire life. It's like those are like like kind of like my adopted family. You know what I mean? Like, I've known them forever, and I love them as family. So so just being able to hang out with them, it's like it's just like we're hanging out, we have a great time.
That's great.
It's great. It's fantastic.
And Andy is such a great drummer and does that music such great justice and did such an amazing job on that first album. I'm so proud of him. Just it's big shoes to step into, even though they're his fresh shoes, when you look at True. But to be backing up such an artist like John Anderson and play that Yes music, he just absolutely rises to the occasion. Everybody does, but from one drummer to speak about the drummer, I can't say enough about it, so I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Andy Graziano says I met Phil when he was like 6, so that's
actually I have a funny story about Andy. He was subbing for my guitar teacher when I was like an angsty teenager, and I was like, at that point I was kind of like phased out, and Andy's like trying to show me something, and I'm just like, I think I'm good. I was like, I'm done. I just completely checked out. And me talking every now and then, me and him talk about it, and it was hilarious. Looking back, it was a hilarious moment. I was like, I'm okay, I'm good. I'm just like completely checked out.
What's the age difference? You were 6. How old was he?
Oh man, that happened when I was about probably 14.
And how old was he when he met you when you were 6?
Oh, wait. Let's see if he says it. Andy, how old are you when I was 6? 92. Let's see the response. It's not instantaneous.
Okay.
Right.
But everyone.
Yeah, I thought you were saying he was 92. I missed.
That's what I thought.
I'm 92. I don't know what Andy is. I think he's like 80 or something.
Okay. But Steve, thought you meant like the age 92.
Yeah. But
he's an old sage.
Also Chris Clark, his birthday was about a week ago.
Like a week ago.
Yeah, and your birthday is next week, so it's kind of nice that you guys have that close proximity and you're both playing keyboards in the band.
Yeah, I love hanging out. There we go, 79.
Okay. Well, I'm still the oldest one here by a long shot.
Yeah, it was nice. I think we were with Chris on his birthday. We had a good time. Yeah, we got cheeseburgers. It was great.
Oh, that sounds
nice
right now, actually. Cool.
Yeah, and Andy Graziano says I started playing with Richie in '95, so that gives a bit more for people, all of you who want to learn more about the timeline and whatnot. So going back in time, how did you get into music, Phil, and what were some of the things you listened to?
Well, once again, it was being around Richie, Andy, and like my family and my dad and my uncle. It was like, when you grow up in that, it's kind of like hard to stay away from it. And it's like, I would like to partake, perchance, like,
yeah.
And it's just like kind of like, that's the ball, and it rolled, and that's it. So,
what was your first instrument?
I believe when I started playing, I had a 4-string Dan electro bass that I had. That was my first instrument. It was, and then I transitioned to guitar, but I still play bass. I do both things. It's like guitar, bass, piano, harmonica, singing. All that juicy stuff.
Which keyboard player is your biggest Yes influence, or which Yes keyboard player is your biggest keyboard influence?
Probably Rick Wakeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what other influences outside of Yes musically?
Musically, well, family aside, and immediate and the Andes aside, musical influences. Alan Menken from all those 90s Disney movies.
Yeah.
He's one of my heroes. A lot of the film scoring guys, Hans Zimmer, John Williams, big into film music. I like, of course, big Dream Theater fan, all that stuff. Petrucci, Jordan Rudess, Titans,
Yeah.
But the film music, I really love the film music. That's really where I could put on my film playlist and check out and just be chilling,
That's cool.
Or I have a 6-hour Disney music playlist. I'll turn it on when I leave JFK, and when I arrive in LAX, I wake up and it lasted the entire time, no song repeated,
and then go to Disneyland.
Yeah, that's it.
What's your favorite Disney soundtrack? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite Disney soundtrack is probably, it's a tough question. I've recently been obsessed with the Mary Poppins soundtrack.
Like the original?
The original Mary Poppins soundtrack
Really?
is just straight fire, yo.
Wow.
Yeah. Feed the Birds
And
is probably like one of my favorite songs ever written.
Chim Chimney,
That's a good one too. Yeah,
Chimney.
Chimney is good.
Yeah. I saw that when it,
Yeah.
I guess when it came out, or did it come out? When did that come out?
Oh man.
That came out in the 60s, I think.
And yeah, I saw it when
Yeah,
it came out.
I love that. Julie Andrews in that movie. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, my heart.
Yeah. My mom was crazy about them, and Dick Van Dyke, the
Yeah.
dancing, and the umbrella out of the purse just as
It's
a
genius.
little kid, it blew my
talks to
mind. I'm still
She talks to
getting my
herself
head
in the
around it.
mirror. It's awesome. It's great.
Yeah. That's great
Yeah,
stuff.
when I think of Disney soundtracks, I guess my head tends to gravitate toward like, thinking amongst the fully animated
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah,
movies.
absolutely.
And for me, it's The Lion King and Tarzan are like so neck
Yeah.
and neck, but I think
Tar-
because
Phil Collins
but I
crushed
think
Tarzan.
because Phil Collins did crush Tarzan. Yeah, I think I give Tarzan the edge slightly because as much as Hakuna Matata is a fun song, it kind of, to me, doesn't feel like it's as on par with some of the other music on The Lion King. But it's like still a good song. But yeah, I think I give the edge to Tarzan.
Tarzan's good. Alan Menken, he was responsible for Aladdin, Little Mermaid, like, Hercules,
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. He's like the king of that era, the Disney Renaissance, that's like,
Yeah.
and then you have like, Hans Zimmer on The Lion King with Elton John. It's like amazing. It's incredible. It's like good stuff. But also, I'm also obsessed with some of the DreamWorks stuff that came out during that time, like El Dorado, Prince of Egypt, all that stuff is sick. Anastasia, hell yeah.
And here's Andy's vote.
Yes, yes.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Do you have interest in getting into film music, or have you done film?
You know what? I've done a couple of short films for people. Yeah. It's like, it's really fun. It's great, Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Very cool. Well, now we have a very special segment called, are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the most important question of the whole interview. This is the Phil Castellano Fun Fact segment.
Okay.
So, Phil, when you're not rehearsing, writing, recording, performing, touring, or doing anything related to music, what do you like to do totally outside of music?
Okay, so that's tricky because if I'm not like, especially these days, if I'm not like working on anything for the tour or anything, I am practicing. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But if I have to take like a second to not do that or to like clean, I'll either be watching like I have a show on in the background. Like right now, I'm rewatching New Girl for some reason.
Oh, that's a fun show. Yeah,
it's a good show. Or I started getting into recently like the retro handheld thing, like retro video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I have this thing
and
it plays my old cartridges.
Oh, wow.
So I'll do that. Like I have like Mario on here, and that's what I've been doing. It's like
interesting.
But I don't do much of it. It's like, if I'm telling you, if I'm not working on John stuff or touring stuff, I'm practicing guitar or piano or something like that. So, yeah, but if cool. I'm not doing that, I'm either maybe looking for a cheeseburger, playing on my handheld. I've also been reading a book. I've been reading a book series. Every night before bed, I read a bit of my book that I've been reading.
What do you like to read?
I'm reading the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Have you ever read that?
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's amazing. It's amazing. Seth MacFarlane has the rights. He's making a live action TV show. I'm all in.
What genre is it?
It's like sci-fi. It's like a lit RPG, like a fantasy RPG. And this guy, like aliens come down. Like this guy is like babysitting his girlfriend's cat, and he gets outside. And when he goes outside to get the cat, every man-made structure gets destroyed. And like some alien like talks to him and is like, "We've taken back your resources, but you can get them back if you take part in this dungeon." And he does it, and it's like this video game thing. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I've been into.
Does it have any comedic elements? Because you say Seth MacFarlane, and Seth is so involved with comedy, It
does. He goes into the dungeon with his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend's cat, and you get a character sheet, and it turns out the cat is semi-intelligent, so he becomes a character, and he gets some extra intelligence points, and the cat starts talking like an English queen. It's hilarious. So it's him and his girlfriend Kat who now talks, going on like this dungeon crawl. It's amazing.
That sounds hilarious. Like a lot of fun. And do you have a favorite New Girl character who's like the funniest, or maybe one that you relate to the most?
I think it might be Winston. I'm a Winston guy.
I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, it's good shit. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I love how I know this is a tangent, but it's like whatever. I love how when the show started, they had Coach, but then the actor got busy with other stuff, so they brought in Winston. And then later on, when they finally showed those two interacting with each other, they were such different characters, and it was just so good seeing them play off of each other. Like they weren't just the same character; they had like their own traits, and it was just so fun to watch. I think the one I kind of relate to the most, or I find the funniest at times, is Nick Miller. He just says so many different things that are so out of pocket, and it's like, wait, what? It's just so fun.
What do you mean you lost a glass of milk in your room? it's a glass of milk. What? Who loses a full glass of milk?
Or like when he does that moonwalk that one time, just randomly. It's so good.
That's a good show. That's about everything that I do, like when I'm not doing music stuff, these days.
Well, I have to give a plug since you're into reading that kind of stuff.
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Right. And for those who listen to audio only, Andy Graziano mentioned I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. That's what he mentioned earlier. Cool song.
These two great books, fantasy, horror, comedy, and they're written by Stephen Shinder.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, these are great books. I'm waiting for his third because I burned through the second one, this one, even quicker than the first. They're
That's
great.
cool as hell, man.
Yeah, Steve's a very, very good author.
Yeah, those are called Standalones and Stepping Stones, Lemons Will Make Rain, and Trespassing Through the Visages. I've been juggling between which one's going to be the third one because I get through different moods and different things I want to write. So at this rate, the third one's going to be whichever one I finish first, I guess.
That's so cool, man. That's amazing.
Thanks. And I see Bella Lugrisi tuning in saying, hi, Phil, hi, Steven, and hi, Dan. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.
And you know what? I left my tea on the stove with the stove on. I'll be right back. I could smell it from like 30 feet away. I'll be right back so I don't burn the house down.
Wait.
Oh man, how long has that tea been on the stove?
How long have we been on so far? It's been on since before that.
Yeah, we've been on we started recording 28 minutes ago. Like a few minutes before that. So man, is there any, on that note, is there like any gig food that you like to get when touring?
You know what? My thing is Cool Ranch Doritos and Coca-Cola. Like it's like before show, I like have my Cool Ranch and my Coca-Cola. But these days I'm more of a water guy, so that's where I'm at. So
cool.
But when I'm on the road, I'm always on the lookout for like, an In-N-Out burger or or Portillo's, that kind of thing.
Cool. Go to Tommy's and when you get to California.
Tommy, what's that? What do they got?
It's chili burgers. And legendary chili burgers and really great fries, like steak cut type fries, big fries. Yeah, I always get them well done. Yeah, legendary Tommy's. Yeah, it started in Los Angeles. The first one was downtown, like at Rampart and Harbor or something like that. But now they're all over. They're in Nevada now as well. There's a few in Nevada. Yeah, Las Vegas area.
Yeah, I love my burgers. I'm a big burger fan.
Cool. See, now I want to burger.
I'll have to get one after this. But yeah, I've also been kind of drinking more water lately as well. Like, several months ago, I stopped drinking soda as much. And like the more water you get used to drinking, the more when you return to some of the sweeter stuff, it's like, I kind of can't take this all that much.
Yeah, it's too much.
And I see we also got Harry Whitley tuning in from Asia, the band, not the continent as far as I'm aware.
Right. Hey, Harry.
Thanks for tuning in, Harry.
Yeah. How are you? I hope you're well. Keep us posted with what's going on. We'll have to talk about it. Yeah. And Mila says, I'm getting used to my new glasses. Sorry. John's Mammoths ate all of Steve's parsnips and drank all of Chris's liquor. What?
Well, like back in the day or what?
I guess so.
Sounds like it.
Interesting.
Parsnips. You know, that's funny. Real quick, I have this picture in my phone that I took at our market, and it's a little bin in the produce section, and it has turnip, parsnips, and a rutabaga. But they don't have baby bok choy, but they have a turnip, parsnips, and a rutabaga. Like, what the F word do you even do with any of that? You know, it's like, but no baby bok choy for me to make a walk with. I don't get it.
That's walking wool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Bella says history of the Yes cartoons. So maybe that's from some animated thing that someone made. I don't know. But before I forget, I want to know, Phil, do you have a favorite Yes album?
You know what? I've been obsessed with the Ladder recently.
Oh, great. I love that album.
I love that album so much.
Yeah. Bruce did such a great job with the production. It is such a beautiful, big, fat live sound. It carried a lot of the sound like from Key's studio stuff.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, True also has that sound. It's modern, but like the Ladder could come out right now and it would sound current.
Yeah, I'll just put that on something before bed. Like I'll finish reading my book, then I put my AirPods in. I might throw that on and I'll just fall asleep. It's great. I love that album.
Cool. I saw the tour too. It was great.
If you could play one song from that album, what would it be?
Yeah.
9 Voices. I love that damn song.
Oh.
Okay.
I remember when they played that, Chris didn't even wear a bass. He sung and he played the bass pedals.
That's cool.
And I'd never seen him perform like that before.
To me, that song is just like, I love that song so much. It's so like pretty. It's great.
Yeah, it's a great closer. It feels like a coda.
Yeah, it's a great closer.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost wore my Bob Marley shirt today thinking, oh, we're talking about John and the Band Geeks, and John loved Bob Marley. And then you brought up The Ladder, which, you know, Bob was a huge influence on the song. The
Messenger.
Yeah, thank you. The Messenger. I'm having a brain fart with names today. What band are we talking about again?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Star Trek.
And I see Dave Watkinson tuning in saying, "Hi chaps, I'm going on my own 2.5-week UK John and Geeks tour, doing 8 shows. September is such a long way off, but so excited to see John and the guys. I did something similar in 1980 for John's solo shows. Yeah, that would have been the Song of 7 days. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Glad you'll finally get to see them, Dave.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'd love to have you on again, and maybe we'll have you and some of the guys on together.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. You could all tell on each other in front of each other. Well, say hi to everybody too.
Absolutely.
John included.
100%.
Yeah, we'd love to have him on again. We'll have to reach out, see if we can do that. And hang on the line with us after we're done. And folks, thanks for following what we do. We're simulcasting on Drum Talk TV as well. So hello, everybody watching on Drum Talk TV and Yesshift live on YouTube and Facebook. And if you're watching the archive, thank you for watching or listening on anchor.fm if you like the audio only. And you can write to us where, Steve?
Yesshiftpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. And we're open to ideas and whatnot. And thanks for tuning in. And thank you so much, Phil, for taking time to join us. It's been
Thanks
great.
for having me. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.